Hey guys, Teiwaz here, back with some more Ring of Elysium. Season 2 of the Adventure Pass is here, and we have a lot of new stuff to talk about, so let's get right into this. The first thing that I want to mention is the nighttime game mode from dusk till dawn has been temporarily removed from the game while they make fixes to it and focus on optimizing the new map. For me, I don't really mind it so much since the game mode was only open for certain periods of the day. I can only play it for one of the 3 time blocks that open for it, so personally I don't mind it so much. Something that I will miss though is the Mount Dione map. Instead of removing it altogether, however, they've added it to the events menu. Now instead of playing from dusk till dawn, you'll be playing the snow map, Mount Dione. From 4 to 6, noon to 2, and 8 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, the old map will be open for gameplay. Moving right along to the new map itself, located somewhere in the heart of the ocean, Europa Island is a tropical paradise, featuring 20 plus new locations and plenty of random little huts and structures throughout the map to explore and loot that you'll be spending more time with exploration than fighting. There are a few really cool places to mention. The Galileo Harbor is a massive harbor with a beast of a ship. With almost everything containing loot, from the shipping containers to the ship itself, most everything has something in it. The next location is Angel Town, named for St. Gabriel's Cathedral, a massive religious structure featuring a huge angel sculpture. Baywater Construction is our next location. This place features tons of warehouses to loot. If warehouses are your thing, this place is worth a look. Ocean Park is the next place I want to check out, and personally it's my favorite place. The massive whale in the center of the park makes for a great lookout perch. On this map, instead of Ymir slowly encroaching on you and you freezing to death, Europa Island features an even more grisly way to perish. The once dormant volcano Alecto has awoken from his tens of thousands of years of sleep and is raining burning ashes and toxic gases down on the players. Instead of freezing to death, you'll slowly suffocate and be burned by the lava. The zone works pretty much the same as on the Mount Dione map, except instead of blue, now they're red, to more accurately represent the magma. It's not much of a change. Players still need to move to certain areas of the map in their allotted time and eventually board the chopper to win. One of the more interesting things that they've added into the game for Season 2 is the dynamic weather system. Now, instead of having clear skies all the time, the game features many different types of weather, from gorgeous and sunny to typhoons to foggy and windy and every combination in between. The weather can change at any point in the match, dramatically changing the way the players experience the game. In a regular sunny match, footsteps are easily distinguishable and players are spotted quite easily as they zoom by. However, at any moment, the weather can change into a typhoon, bringing downpours of rain and gale force winds. Visibility drops to nearly zero and you no longer will be able to hear the players like you did before. The wind and rain sounds are very overpowering to the footsteps and you'll need to rely solely on sight. Any fog or smoke makes the weather situation even tougher by taking away the last sense you have left, your sight. I've personally enjoyed the weather system. It's added a new depth to the matches, making them a little less predictable. Not only is there a new map with a bunch of stuff to explore, they've added in 6 new vehicles for you to use on your adventures. The tuk-tuk, roadster, police car, dinghy boat, speedboat, and the sightseeing submarine. The first question I had when I saw the police car was, can I troll with the sirens? And the answer is yes, you can, very much so. Along with the new vehicles, the older vehicles got a facelift and a few cosmetic changes. Another thing I was pretty excited about was the submarine. Unfortunately, it's not at all what I thought it was. How it works is, you get in and you enjoy the ride. That's about it. You'll see all kinds of stuff from sharks to squids and even a plesiosaur. However, you're not in control of the vessel. There are 2 points that I know of which have the submarines. One is the northernmost tip of Ocean Park, which takes you directly to the second place, the southernmost tip of the Baywater Construction Island. You can go back and forth as many times as you'd like, however, after each trip you have to wait for the light by the generator to turn green. Once it does, the vessel is ready to set sail again. An interesting thing I've discovered while in the submarine, whether it was intentional or not I don't know, but while in the submarine you do not take damage from the zone. Probably because you're underwater and it wouldn't have much of an effect on you anyway, but it's a good thing to keep in the back of your mind. I've used the submarine a few times now to escape the storm from Baywater to Ocean Park. You cannot do this for the entirety of the match, however. As the submarine takes time to dock and refuel, you won't be able to hide out the storm underwater while everyone else is fighting. When you get back to shore, you start to take damage and you'll die before the submarine is ready to set sail again. It's great for quick easy escape or a fun little underwater adventure. It will not work to camp out the match unless by some miracle the zone just happens to fall in that little section between Baywater and Ocean Park. Even if you could, why would you? That's no fun at all, man. With the snowboard not being very useful here, they've had to come up with a new ability pack. Instead of just one, they've come up with 2 new abilities. The BMX Bike, which is rather self-explanatory, and the Grappling Hook, which lets you shoot your hooks and pull yourself towards your target up to 3 times. After each shot, it takes some time to recover, and your grappling hook will not recharge as you're using it. If you're hanging from the side of a building with your grappling hook, make sure not to climb too high. Falling to your death with a grapple hook has been a common mistake. You cannot hang in one place indefinitely either. Eventually, your grapple hooks will let go and you will fall. In my opinion, these are best suited for quick maneuvers or flanks or for reaching the top of buildings quickly. Also, if you grapple towards the ground from a high distance, I have not received any fall damage, so this pack could potentially save your life in a fall. As for the third pack, it's the same as with Season 1, just with a little bit of a facelift. The glider pack works exactly the same as in Season 1, with you being able to glide a considerable distance from high places. However, this map doesn't feature nearly the elevation that the Mount Ione map had, so finding a good place to take off and fly a great distance is going to be a bit trickier. This season, of all the packs, I've enjoyed the BMX the most so far. Riding your bike at 40 to 50 kilometers per hour anywhere you want, regardless if it's uphill or downhill, if the ground is smooth or not, or even if you're pedaling through water, this pack can handle the environment much better than the snowboard pack. The grapple hook pack was fun too though, being able to maneuver quickly on your enemies or get those surprise kills while hanging from a building. In its own rights, it was a great pack, just not my playstyle. The glider pack on this map was the least beneficial this season in my opinion. The elevation on this map doesn't really lend itself well to the glider, making it a lot harder to find good places to glide from. Combining that with its low carrying capacity makes for a much tougher go this time around. One benefit to the glider pack though is that you can still fire while gliding. You cannot shoot while on the BMX or while you're flying through the air with your grapple hook. You can only shoot with the grapple hook once you've landed and only in third-person ADS. You cannot fire first-person ADS while attached to a wall. So those are the packs for the next 10 weeks, and I'm looking forward to seeing all those crazy clips people are going to be getting with the new packs. I can't wait for all those Attack on Titan moments with the grapple hooks, and I expect that class to be the crowd favorite simply for its coolness factor. While you're tricking off ramps and Spider-Manning through the map, keep your eye out for 2 new weapons. They've introduced the MG4, which can only be acquired through an airdrop, and the PKM, which is your standard drop found pretty much everywhere. I've grabbed a few drops but haven't managed to get my hands on the MG4 yet, but I did get a chance to try out the PKM. It holds 100 rounds and is big and bulky, just like an LMG should be. Also, you cannot attach anything to the PKM. No muzzle, stock, or scope attachments will go on this weapon. I'm not entirely sure if the MG4 is the same with the attachments, as I haven't played with it yet, but if you guys know, drop your comments down below. I'm really curious about that one. After acquiring the Adventure Pass for Season 2, you'll also unlock some new characters. Sylvia, Bradley, and Alfonso. Similar to Season 1, the further in the pass you progress, the more skins for each of these characters you'll unlock. Along with all these additions, they've added in a few animation changes for some of the rifles. It won't affect the recoil pattern on any of them, it's just a visual effect. Leaderboards and statistics from Season 1 are also wiped, meaning if you did not do so well in the first season, well, it's all forgotten now, so get out there and get those kills. So that's Season 2 in a nutshell. New packs, characters, vehicles, a lobby, and weapons to try out. A beautiful and deadly paradise to explore, and of course the thousands of other players that would like nothing more than to take your spot on the helicopter. I personally really liked the map, but was just a bit disappointed that there's no map queue. Instead, Mount Ione got moved to the event time slots. But hopefully in time they'll bring that map back and give us a queue similar to what PUBG has. What do you guys think of the new update? The BMX was my favorite pack, but what was yours? And with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up button. It really helps me out a ton, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.